YouTuber who's leading the way. Yeah. He's got a passion for all things nerdy. Dungeons and Dragons, his world's not blurry. From comics to movies, he's got it all. He's an Outpost nerd living in a geeky world with his lightsaber shining. He's a Star Wars swerve through galaxies and adventures. He'll take you there, take you there. He's an Outpost nerd, no one can compare. Nerd power. Yeah, he's the king of nerds, catching out there.
Welcome, my nerd geeks and dweebs, to another transmission from the Outpost Nerd. I am the nerd of the Outpost, and I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving and is recovered from their food comas. I know I am, but we got a lot of leftovers, a lot of ham, turkey, stuffing, and deviled eggs. Well, deviled eggs didn't last actually that long. So I hope everyone's doing good. I'm actually spending the weekend dog sitting for my cousin and her husband while they're off visiting his family in Mississippi. So I'm sitting here with two little snorting little yappers till Sunday. So I'm going to do that. But I did take some time and I went and saw Wicked today and absolutely loved it. Really enjoyed it. I thought it was visually beautiful, and the music was really good. It was amazing. There were some moments where I thought they were going to hit like a high beat, and then they kind of went low with it, and kind of like, oh, it kind of took me out of it a little bit. But it was really fun, and I might go see it again sometime if I ever have some free time and some extra cash. But so this is gonna be a short little stream tonight, maybe 30, 45 minutes. I don't know, just how long ever I feel. Been sitting here alone in silence, no one to talk to since Wednesday. Yeah, just me, the dogs, and their cat. So it's been quiet. So as usual, I'm going to share the Rotten Tomatoes, see what Rotten Tomatoes has to say about Wicked. So let's check that out. See, a 89% from the critics, and the audience a 96%. So pretty much consensus across the board. You know, there really wasn't any of the what do you call the propaganda, the messaging in it that I think the criticism of it was more criticism from what Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande were saying during the advertisement during the touring bit of it. But it was really good. The music was just as amazing as when I heard it for the first time in 2008. I was late to the Wicked fandom. Wicked had been out 4 or 5 years already on Broadway when I first saw the a YouTube clip of the Tony Awards. I remember hearing Defying Gravity. I was in the movie theater. I can't remember what movie I was seeing, but before the preview would start, they'd have music playing, and they were playing Defying Gravity. It was the original Broadway cast with Idina Menzel as Elphaba, and I'm like, I have to find that, and I went and YouTubed it and found the 2004 Tony Award performance of Defying Gravity, and it was beautiful. It was amazing. See, critics consensus: Defying Gravity, with its magical pairing of Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, wicked sheer bravo, whatever, and charm make for an irresistible invitation to Oz. The audience says, "Fly, do not run to see Wicked, a bewitching magical experience chanted by a spell-binding cast." Eh. Uh, I liked Cynthia of Erivo as Elphaba. I thought she did really well. I hadn't seen her in anything else, so I was holding off judgment. Ariana Grande, I'm not really a fan of hers. Um, my niece was little when she was on Nickelodeon, when she was just finishing up at Nickelodeon, so we kind of missed her time on that. But she did really well. She had that ditzy Barbie feel that you think Galinda would have in the show, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. I recommend going to see it. I recommend ignoring all the hullabaloo about what the stars are saying, and just go in with a open mind. Um, uh, it was some of the casting. I'm like, they can't really sing. What's her name? Oh gosh, I can't remember her name. Michelle, Michelle, Michelle Watt as Madame Morabelle. She couldn't really sing. Had Ethan Slater as Fiero or Bach. Bach or Ethan Slater originated SpongeBob in the SpongeBob musical. He was SpongeBob. Had Peter Dinklage as Dr. Dillamon the goat. Jeff Goldblum was another like why is he in a musical? I mean, I like Jeff Goldblum, but was he in a musical? That had me like he couldn't really sing. He seems to be playing um he seems to be playing like con artists a lot past few years. Like I I didn't see much difference between the wizard, his version of the wizard, and the Grand Master from Thor Ragnarok. Other than the Grand Master was more like, "Oh, you don't do what I say, I'm going to off you," kind of thing. But he still had that kind of con artist, goofy, flim flam artist kind of deal. That it was an interesting choice, and I would have liked him as the wizard, but I didn't like him as a musical version of the character. But it was I gave that this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe an 8.5, 9 maybe. But the thing that bothered me is like, why? It's a musical. It's one of the biggest musicals in the world. And after the success of the Greatest Showman, part of the fun was getting together with groups and singing along to the movie. But they do this. Theater ban Wicked fan from singing during the movie. Okay, I understand. I understand part of it. See, not even Wicked immune from the 2020 tendency to turn anything into a possible fight. The hotly anticipated theatrical adaptation of the blockbuster Broadway musical opened in theaters this weekend with stars Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande thrilling audiences with their renditions of songs such as Defying Gravity. The experience is so transcendent, is raising concerns, however, fears that some patrons might break into song are prompting extreme preemptive measures to keep everyone's lip zipped. You have a song like Defying Gravity that has been touching people's hearts for what, 20 years? When did Wicked come out? Let's see. Over 22 years now, almost 23 years. It came out in 2003 on Broadway. And when you have a show like Wicked that's as big as it is, you usually have, and it was the same way with The Greatest Showman. This Is Me was the anthem for Greatest Showman, just as Defying Gravity is for Wicked. People are there for the camaraderie. They see, this is another thing that they want to keep us separated. They want to keep us. Man wants to keep us down, man. That kind of thing. We need to just let us have fun. We spent what, 2 years from 2019 to 2021, 3 years just not being allowed to do anything, not being allowed to have fun. Let us have fun now. That's all I wish people would let us do. And let me let me I want us to be allowed to have fun. There are passions, this is Broadway musicals. It's supposed to be oh, it's supposed to be fun. That's why I say find your passion and nerd out about it. Have fun. And,
I found a world where dreams ignite. Every highlight, every insight, lost in books or movie nights. Passion's fire burning bright.
hope I'm not muted playing this. I wrote this song and used some AI song to put it to music. Thank you. I love that. We're here for a good time, not a good time. We're here for a good time, not for a long time. Yeah, I love that. That's why I say there are times to be serious. Dive in deep, let your heart shout. Life's a blast when you nerd out. With every keystroke, paint your dream. Realms of magic, world supreme. Robots dancing by a stream. Passions pulse in every beam. Build your castles, make them high. Reaching far up past the sky. No limit, just don't question why. Your soul's wings are meant to fly. Find your spark and nerd out loud. Be yourself. Thanks. I worked on the lyrics for a few days, and this is what I'm all about. Nerd out, have fun. Be passionate about it. There are times to be serious, yes. But we need these times where we could just goof off. Make them high, reaching far up past the sky. No limit, just don't question why. Your soul's wings are meant to fly. Find your spark and nerd out loud. Be yourself and stand so proud. Dive in deep, let your heart shout. Life's a blast when you nerd out.
Yeah, life's a blast when you nerd out.
I love how the ending of that came out, just with Goku going Ultra Instinct for the first time, and him just staring down the camera. I loved how that came out. I love that I found was able to find that clip and edit it in a way because the sequence is actually a lot longer. It has Jiren reacting, but I wanted Goku just giving that intense look, just along with the music. The music faded. He just his eyes just narrow. I loved how it came out. But that's what I want my channel to be. That's what I want people to realize. Find your passion and nerd out about it. We need this, and that's what Wicked. That's what you're in the theater with people who share your passion for Wicked, and then you have these people, these corporations, these soulless, mindless, faceless corporations. Where it's like, no, you can't do that. You can't be a person. To us, you're a number. You're not a person, and we need to get away from that. We're not just votes or tax dollars. We're living people. One of my favorite movie lines. I'll make a clip of this too and add to it. I read the Odyssey in high school, my freshman year, and then we watched the Hallmark movie Hallmark miniseries. And at the end, I loved the Odyssey. It was one of my favorite stories I ever read in school, and I'll go back and watch it and read it over and over again. Athena has disguised Odysseus as the beggar. So the suitors who have taken over for the past 10 years, taken over his home and tried to um, wed Penelope, not Penelope. Was it? Oh, yes, I was right, Penelope. I'm never confident in that when talk about it. Um, it's so he can go in and see what's going on without being killed flat out. Because and Penelope gives the suitors one more task that they have to pass before they can. She she will marry any one of them, and that is to string Odysseus's bow and shoot it through. I think like 12 or 20 sockets of axes lined up. They all think it's impossible, but Odysseus could do it. Who said Odysseus could do it? All of them failed to even string the bow. But then this little old man comes up and he he strings it and slowly reaches for an arrow, gets ready, and lets the arrow fly. And he just through each perfect straight line through each socket. As it hits the target on the other side, the disguise falls, and all the suitors realize this is Odysseus. 20 years later, Odysseus, the king, is has returned to his home, and he sentences them all to death. And one of the suitors says, what is our crime? We treated your wife as a queen. Yes, we ate, we lived off your land, but that can replace what crimes have we committed? He looks at him, and you just see 20 years of emotions just almost come just pouring out. And he says, "You're guilty of trying to steal my world, the world I built with my own two hands." And that's what we all are. We are all our own world. We are worlds that we try to build. We are more than 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 a we are more than just numbers, or we are more than than our outward appearance. We are an entire world in our hearts. I know that's corny as hell, but it's true. We are our, we are all worlds. So that's why I say, you know, we are all our hopes and passions and our dreams, but we are also our tragedies, our hardships, our obstacles that we all overcome to build our dreams. You don't just you you have to when in order to build something, you have to sweat, you have to toil, you have to face hardships. And I don't think God will ever give you more than you can handle, but we all have our passions and our dreams, and sometimes we come together and share those passions and dreams. But then we have companies like which AMC theaters, who's to us we're just butts to fill theater seats, dollars um, to fill their coffers. We're much more than that, people. We're our passions or our hardships. We're nerds. We're jocks. We're preppies. And we're all those titles that we think that, oh, that's only in high school. No, it's titles for life. I find I find that all those titles they overlap all the time. You know, when I was in school, I wasn't part of really a clique. Yes, I was a band nerd, but I was also friends with jocks, geeks, the goth kids. I was friends with all of them. It didn't matter to me what the other person looked like or what they did. I was friends with the potheads. I was friends with the burnouts. We just treated each other well. Yeah, we had, there were, of course, always bad apples, but there's always bad apples in every bunch. But I find that Wicked is a story, of trying to do good, trying to share, to overcome the physical, to share the emotional. And I it really bothered me that they decided, "Oh, you can't have fun in the theater." You know, that really bothered me. But like I recommend going to see Wicked. Um it's something that I think you could take your kids to. There were some surprise appearances that I'm not going to spoil. Um Visually it was just stunning. But so I give it like a 8.59 out of 10. Uh but you know, but we also but what do you do when you have those passions and that drive to share, but you're stuck? You feel stuck. You feel that there's something on the horizon, but you don't know if it's good or bad. You don't know, you know, uh, you don't know what to look forward to. I want to find something where I could put a big circle on the calendar and start crossing off the days. You know, but I found something I wanted to share. You know, um, what do you do when you feel stuck? Here's 7 ways to climb out of a slump. So, why do you feel stuck? That's a question that I think a lot of people don't know how to answer. Um, I'll read this. And are you feeling stuck in life or at work, or do you feel like you should just start over in life? You are not alone. It's a nearly universal human experience to feel stuck at some point in life, whether in a career, relationship, or even identifying the next goal. Some people will feel stuck at some point. Stuckness can look like one really wanting something, a new job, relationship. That's these two are me, or improved health, for example, and then losing motivation to get it. It's I don't think losing motivation is the right phrase for what I'm dealing with. It's not knowing. It's not knowing how to get it. Identifying something that looks exciting and then taking yourself out of the steps to move forward toward it. Endlessly thinking about what could be different or better. Indecision, worry, or overthinking rob you of being present and enjoying life as it is. Why do you feel stuck? That's a big question. Have you ever asked yourself, why do I feel stuck in life? It's not always an easy question to answer. Stuckness can wear different guises. Below are a few scenarios when you might want to move but not know how to. You've outgrown your current situation. We all grow, and your needs, wants, or your hopes all change. I'm just summarizing. I'm going to summarize. Perhaps the perfect job you landed a year ago doesn't provide enough stimulation now that you mastered it. This type of situation can leave you wondering which direction to go next. You fear external judgment. You feel disconnected from your values. You think a change might mean losing something. You lost hope for the future. Yeah, that one hits me hard. You were overwhelmed or burnt out. Your positive and negative lists are in competition. That's a good thing. Make a list of positive and negatives. You're comparing yourself to others. I did a lot of that in high school and college. I went to a church where certain members my age were helped with their college careers, and I was left wanting, left kicked to the side almost. You're outside your comfort zone. I think I'm stuck inside my comfort zone. How to get unstuck. Identify what you truly want. Stuckness can be vague, ambitious feeling of something in life not being right. When you notice these things, allow yourself some time to clarify what you want to be different. Frame these desires, hopes as what you want, as what you do want to happen. That's I want to maintain or increase my salary rather than I don't want to take a pay cut. So reword it to I want instead of I don't want. Ways to identify what you want. Create a vision board. Get creative, can create visual representations of what matters to you and what you want in life. This board can be as literal or abstract as you like. It's your vision. Have fun with it. Determine what your values are, what's important to you. Do you value relationship and loyalty over gift and determination? Make a list of your top 10 values and look for any patterns. Check your perspective. Remember that feeling stuck can be simply a mindset, albeit an oppressive one. our minds have a way of we're our own worst enemies sometimes, and sometimes our thoughts and manifest that. Questions to change your perspective. How else can I see this situation? How will I feel about this situation in a week, 3 months, 3 years? What would my 8-year-old self offer as advice? What would my 80-year-old me? What would 80-year-old me say? If you ever move your body, that's one of my biggest problems. If you've ever finished the workday with a stiff neck and shoulders, you'll know that tension and stuckness can sit in the body. Exercise can get more positive chemicals through you, and being outside and in nature does wonders for your well-being. Ways to get moving. Do a quick virtual yoga class. Some are even 4 minutes to do at your desk, but we recommend taking a break. Get away from your desk. Go for a walk. Stretch your neck and shoulders. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I have set a date and park decisions until then. Yeah, that's give yourself space to clear your head. That's a good one. Let's see. Rest, recharge, and focus on self care. Suggestions for self care: take a break from technology or social media. Make a gratitude list. Go to bed earlier. I've been doing that, but then I wake up earlier. I just like it. I've been going to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Since I have to be at school in the mornings. But then at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, I turn over and I'm wide awake. Um, Take a mental health day. Huh. Do some inner work. Um, Inner work. That'll be an idea to look into another time. But I found this little test that I'm gonna try and see about. Let's see what it. Let me understanding yourself better. Big five personality test. Let's see. Let's see. I am not interested in abstract ideas. I disagree. I have frequent mood swings. Yeah, yeah. I have a vivid imagination. Yes. I'm always thinking like story ideas, music ideas, ideas for the show, writing. Yeah, I make a mess of things. Yeah, yeah. I am not interested in other people's problems. I want to be there for people. I don't want people to feel the loneliness or the pain I feel. So I tend to listen to, and I try to be interested in people's problems. Sometimes it bites me in the ass, but I don't want people to feel the way I've felt over the years. I wouldn't wish that kind of feeling on my worst enemy. Uh, uh, this is something I seldom feel blue. Um, yeah, I tend to kind of just get on YouTube, um, watch some TV before, um, and then I'm kind of at 6:30. I start getting ready. I get a shower. 6:30 to like 6:45. I'm in the shower, bathroom, doing my thing, and like 6:45 to 7, I'm cooking breakfast. 7, I'm eating and then watching the news, uh, or more like these YouTube news shows, and then I try to be halfway to work by the time um, Glenn Beck or any of those kind of guys those start on the hour. So yeah, I have like my morning to a certain time kind of um, down a little bit. See, I seldom feel strongly disagree. Nope, I am a procrastinator. Um, no, I do not have disagree. Yes. Um, I don't go to parties to know. Yeah, yeah, I have a problem with that. I'm not really interested in others. Again, strongly disagree. Disagree. I sympathize with other feelings, people's feelings. I'm very empathetic. Um, Neutral depends on the situation. Um, yeah, I talk. I've been told I talk a lot. Yeah, and sometimes, like if I'm in a situation where other people's emotions start getting hot, I kind of feel it, and it's almost like sensory overload. So I'm gonna agree with that. Um, Not really. I'm more of a kind of chaos in the order kind of guy. Um, let's see. Hmm. Uh, let's see. Agreeableness, 73%. Hmm. Higher than average, so go back up. Openness is another higher than average. I do like enjoying meeting new people in a controlled environment, I guess you could say. What I don't know if I'm an extrovert. This one, emotional stability very low. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, another. This one's pretty. So yeah, that's yeah. It keeps me from feeling like I'm being late. Even I'll leave my house at like 7:45, between 7:45 and 8. Uh, let me. I will share the link for you then. Here is the link for that. The test is at the bottom. All you got to do is put an email in and take it. I'll send that to my therapist. I took a career test. I have to give the kid sometimes. I once a week I give the kids a it's kind of like a career test slash interest. It's called interest inventory, where they do this like I like this or I don't like this idea um, on a scale from 1 to 5, and it finds out their what they are most interested in. I took it one day. I had some free time at work, and I took it. I'll share it sometime. Um, I found that law, like something in the legal. Hey, no problem, no problem. In the legal realm was what I was interested in, and it's not far off. I've talked to my therapist a little bit about that, but um, I said it to her, and she said that it wasn't far. It was pretty close to what we've been talking about. I hope to I might be ending with her at the start in January, so I'm hoping that we can work something out. But I hope everyone has a good weekend. Got the Iron Bowl tomorrow. War Eagle, cannot wait. Gonna be enjoying that. Probably gonna go find a sports bar or something to watch it in. And then gonna be rooting for my Auburn Tigers. War Eagle. But I want everyone to have a good weekend, good upcoming week. If there's any breaking nerd news, you make sure we'll talk about it here at the Outpost Nerd. But as I always say, I'm gonna be heading out now. Thank you for being here. Appreciate everyone popping in and out. So, like I always say, find your passion and nerd out about it. I'm Nerd at the Outpost, and I'm gone.
Lost in space, I found my police. In this outpost of solitude, my way. Binary code runs through my veins. With every beat and beep, I feel no pain. Signing off, it's time to go. Goodbye, my nerdy friends, see you later, I know. Through the stars, we've shared this ride. But now it's time to say goodbye, farewell, with pride.